says I'm live. There are days I'm not sure, but it says I am, so I must be. It's Susie Q96. Here I am. I'm going to move the cat. Whoa, I didn't mean to move the camera like that. My equipment is just falling down today. I'm having some malfunctions, and I can't even blame on the cat. It's just I had a sticky thing on the camera, and it came off, and now the camera doesn't want to. Well, all right, everything's just going to be like it is. It's just going to be like it is. You get to see the messy house, you get to see the bad lighting. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Handy Andy 73.6. Wasn't sure you were going to be able to make it at my new time. Glad to see you did. Legit Sir Noobs. America Silver Patriot. Got some folks already here, and it's 2 minutes till showtime, but I came on anyway because what the heck, I was ready. And I had to show you my latest camouflage. I mean, it's just a generic cola. That's actually supposed to go around a coffee cup. It's caffeine, same thing. Okay, so welcome to From the Ground Up. I have not done From the Ground Up for a while due to my move and the fact that I haven't even been able to get out and go metal detecting. Yeah, Pammy Jones is my sister from another mister. Hi, Archaeology Mikey. I don't mess with the camera on purpose. I had to mess with it because it fell off of its perch. And, well, you really didn't want to look at the ceiling, I don't think. Anyway, I actually got to go metal detecting the other day, and I haven't made the video yet, so I don't want to give away all of the fun that was had, but it was the first time that I was able to go out since I busted up my ribs, so I didn't get to stay out too long. And I went to a new place right up the street from my house, figuring that if I felt bad, I could just try and come back home. And the weather was kind of iffy, and the whole day was a little bit iffy, but I made some finds, and I will go back to that location. I haven't even put a dent in. Congrats, legit, on your find of your first ring. Awesome. I still remember my first ring because it was just such a bizarre thing, and I've told the story before, but what the heck, I'm gonna tell it again. Back in my younger days, I owned a stock car racing newspaper down in Florida called the Oval Track Observer. And one of the things that we did with the Observer, which was just OTO for short, was we had a contest for someone to draw a cartoon character mascot for the paper. And a young man drew us this funny little dog in a racing uniform with the little checkered flags, and he named the dog Otto, O-T-T-O. Well, roll forward a few decades, and I was down in Florida for the memorial service for my longtime friend and sometimes sweetheart, Tommy. And the day before the memorial, I got there, and I was sitting in the hotel, and I just ran up the street to this park and started metal detecting, and was going around this basketball court and I found a ring, and it was the first ring I ever found, and I was using like this really crappy bounty hunter detector, bounty hunter gold digger. It was like a $49 detector or something anyway. So I dig this thing up, and it's a 14 karat gold signet ring, and the name on the ring was Otto, O-T-T-O, the same as the mascot for my racing paper. And especially because Tommy was instrumental in me becoming a racing reporter. The fact that I found that ring when I was there for his memorial, that ring, I'll never part with that ring. I don't care if I'm living in a cardboard box under the interstate. That's one ring I will never sell. So I think you always remember your first ring find, but when it's a doozy like that, you don't forget. And I still have it. It's here somewhere, but I don't know where anything is at the moment. First thing I got to do, and he may or may not be in here tonight, but I got to thank Cason 2006, because I had some financial problems as a result of this move. It kind of set me back way more than it was supposed to. And I could not pay the $25 a month for my StreamYard. And because I have 2 channels, on the free one, I wouldn't have enough hours. So one of the shows was going to have to go. And Case in 2006 has paid for 2 months of our StreamYard. So that will keep the Monday night Lodo coin collecting show going, and as well as From the Ground Up, and also my occasional shows on my other channel, Oh Susie Q Jewelry and Decor, where I sell my little crafty things to try to support the channels. So big thanks goes out there. That was really awesome. Relics and Stack Stones, glad to see you. I'm so glad to be here tonight at my new time. The late time was just not working for me, and I was trying so hard not to step on other people's programming, and finally I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna have to do it on my time frame, and if people come, they come, and if they don't, they don't. But trying to find a spot on YouTube where you're not streaming when somebody else you know is streaming is virtually impossible. Pammy Jones and I have the same problem on Monday night. We're streaming over each other, but you know, people bounce back and forth between the 2 of us, and that's fine. We don't mind. I just had to make it work for me, and I tried moving it later, and that didn't work for me because, frankly, I'm an old lady and I'd get tired. And so I think I'm just going to stick with this 6 o'clock, and I may start coming on every day at 6 o'clock, except, of course, on Monday when I come on at 5 o'clock. That show is pretty solid, so I'm not going to mess with it. That's the Lodo coin collecting show. And anyway, I got a few metal detecting things to talk about. Now that I have regular internet again, I can go and look at other people's channels and see what's going on. And I picked out a few little things to watch this week. One of them kind of gave me an interesting topic to discuss, and that is the guy that kind of got me reinterested in metal detecting is a young man from North Carolina named Michael Bennett. You may know him as Nugget Noggin. He is a Garrett rep. And
I'm Larry Wilmore.
I hate this when I try to cue something up and and I mess up. Oh, well, it happens because of commercials and stuff. But I want to try to show you something that he ran into this week that I haven't really, I've seen people mention it a little bit in passing about metal detecting, but it is something that, especially in the South, you got to really be careful with, and that is snakes. I don't like snakes. When I was a little girl, a snake crawled into bed with me, and it was a poisonous snake, and I have been terrified of snakes ever since. Not so much that I won't watch them, but anyway, I wanted to show you this. Nugget went down to Texas, and they were metal detecting. And let me see if I can get it on the screen here. Let's see what happens when I attempt to pull this up. Yeah, we're not going to watch the whole thing, but the beginning will give you enough idea of what was going on. So let's see if I can get this up here. After the ad, of course. I hate ads.
And we're taking 2020 back with our brand new late night shows on Peacock.
There we go. Shut up, ad.
Older, so we have a possibility for old.
Okay, I got to back it up.
Wow, man, he's a lot bigger when he's not curled up.
Let me put that back on again without my banner over it.
Hi, I'm out here today at an old house site down here in Texas. Have my friend Dallas from Man Plus River today.
Hey, guys.
We're going to be doing some metal detecting.
That's
See if
right.
we got some treasure. The place behind us dates back to like 1920s, maybe even older. So we have a possibility for old coins, relics, who knows what else. And also, we are protected today because we're wearing our snake guards. There's a lot of rattlesnakes in the area, especially this time of year, so we got to be safe. This place is really trashy. There's tin roof everywhere and all kinds of iron and even pull tabs on top of the ground, but I still have hope.
Right.
I know we'll find something. So
I don't know if you saw that snake, but I tell you what, the fact that they're wearing snake guards, yeah, I'm going to seriously consider investing in some snake guards. You can watch the rest of that one. That's over on Nugget Noggin. And let me see if I can get the link to the video for you. I have been watching Nugget for a long time. And that I've seen other ones of his where he's come across snakes, but nothing like those snakes that are in this one. They make them big down there in Texas. So anyway, I definitely am not into snakes. And if I'm typing a little strange today, somehow I got syrup on my keyboard. I got it on my hand when I got my drink out, and somehow now I have syrup on my keyboard. So anyway, that snake thing, that's a serious. That you like digging up rocks? I would like digging up some rocks in Arkansas. You know, those rocks they call diamonds, where you can go to Arkansas and dig those up. Yeah, I'd like to dig some of those up. Those are some pretty good rocks. The other day, that's about all I was digging up. This place, it was a school ground. They must have brought fill in at some time and then dumped a crap load of gravel over it, and then dumped some more dirt over that, and then planted the grass. Because as soon as I would get about 6-7 inches down, I would hit rocks and more rocks. And then when I got to the other side of the rocks, I could tell it was the regular Virginia soil. But I had to get through the rocks first. Pain in the butt. I don't like digging like that. But gotta do it. Okay, now I got a question for those who have turned up tonight. I know some of you are probably too far away to be interested in going, or actually attending. But I was curious if any of you are planning to attend Florida Hunt 7 this February down in Florida. I missed Florida Hunt 6. I'm still mad that I missed Florida Hunt 6. I'm hoping that I do not miss Florida Hunt 7. The only thing now that's going to keep me from it is money. I got to figure out how to come up with a whole lot of money before February. It's not that the thing is expensive to go to. It is very inexpensive to attend. But I don't think my car will make it, so I have to rent a vehicle, and I'll probably have to sleep in that vehicle because I can't afford hotels. Although I do have some friends that live not too far from there who would probably let me stay at their house. However, if you are interested in going to Florida Hunt 7, the information on where to send your payment and what you will be getting and so forth has finally been posted. Now I'm trying to find it real quick. I thought I had it queued up, but apparently I don't. And there was a big long post made. But anyway, if you are interested, since I can't find it, I'm just going to give you the link to Facebook. It is a private group, and you will have to request to join. But if you just make a comment in there that you're interested in attending, then Greg will put you right on there. It's only $50 to access over 300 acres at this site for a weekend. There will be vendors there, and it's just a really cool thing. This is not a seeded kind of hunt. This is just an open 300 acres. And also the money is going to a veterans charity. So that's another plus. But there's the link to the group. And I'm trying to find that announcement because I was going to. Here's the announcement. Okay. I got it now. I knew it was here. So now I just got to get it up on the screen. There we go. Florida Hunt 7 and share. Okay. So I don't know if you'll be able to read this or not. So I'm going to read it, most of it for you. It's $50 per person. You can send it by PayPal, friends and family. Under the notes section, you need to put the names of the people that are going to be attending. It is a donation to a nonprofit veterans organization. So if you pay and then you can't show up, you're not going to be able to get a refund, but you'll still have helped the veterans. Those who have paid early will have all their necessary paperwork, raffle ticket, wristband, map. Everything will be waiting there for you to pick up when you arrive on Saturday morning. You only get one raffle ticket for free. So if you lose it, You're going to have to buy another one, and they're $5 each, but they give away some really incredible stuff, metal detectors, digging equipment, just a lot of really fine stuff. And you can check and see if you can get in the day of the event. But if you do that, it's $60, and you'll have to print up your own stuff, maps and that sort of stuff. But anyway, if you are interested in attending, go to that link that I sent you, and you can become a member of the group and get all the information. I really, really want to go. It for me, unfortunately, even more crucial than the money is what the COVID thing looks like. If COVID is still running rampant, especially in Florida at that time, I won't be able to go. I am very high risk. I'm even a little concerned about this place that I just moved into, because unfortunately, a lot of the people here don't take it seriously. They have bought into that it's a joke. And even though apparently they had somebody that lived here that died from it, they still think it was a joke. So I'm having to be very careful, wearing my mask, and I have sanitizer right inside the door. But that's going to be one of the things that will decide for me if I'm actually going to be able to go or not. I really, 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 really want to. But it all remains to be seen. The other Jimmy has rolled in. Hello, other Jimmy. How are you? I'm glad to see a few people have found me at 6 o'clock. If we get 4 more people, I'll break out the cookies. Anybody that watches my Monday night show knows that there are prizes in the cookie tin. I've been scouting the thrift stores. Come on, Suze. Get with the program here. I've been scouting the thrift stores, looking for a better container. This one is really too small for the amount of things I have in it. I don't think they get mixed up as well as they should. But I have not found the appropriate one. Well, actually, I found the appropriate one online. It was a vintage cookie jar, but I couldn't afford it. It was absolutely perfect, though. It was a cookie jar shaped like a money bag. And I really, really wanted to get it, but it was out of my budget. I can't remember how much it was now, but I thought that would be funny, but I just couldn't do it. Yeah, it was like $28. Now I found one for $15. I'm going to look at it here real quick and see how much the postage is. So sometimes you look at it and then the shipping is so much that it's like crazy. I don't see what her shipping cost is. Learn more about the item. Doesn't say. Oh, get shipping cost. Okay, now I can find out how much it would cost, and then I'll show it to you. Yeah, see, it's going to cost another $13 to ship, but it's cool, and if I could do it, I would. But let me show you what I'm looking at. Maybe I'm going to show it to my sister-in-law and see if maybe it will show up at my house for Christmas, because I just think it would be really cool to have for my channel. Let me see if I can. Sometimes I forget what I'm doing. No, what it is I've rearranged things and got things set up a little bit different. And I go to reach for things. That's what I want to put the things from the cookie tin in. I want them in the money bag. I just think that's funny. But then again, I'm a little strange. All right. So, moving on. I watched my friend Shane. Now, Shane comes in here once in a while. He is See It My Way 1. And Shane is legally blind. He is a metal detectorist. And he is legally blind. And most of the time, he is right on the, right on it of what he has dug up in his hand. He's got it, got it down to what that is that he has pulled out of the ground. But he got really tricked on this last one. Let me see if I can pull this up here. And I got to get rid of some of this stuff I got open. I got too many things happening here. Get rid of the cookie jar. And I'm going to try to show you what happened with my buddy Shane the other day when he was digging up some stuff out at a park. And something, I think this is it. Something interesting happened to Shane. Oh, please don't give me the wheel of death. I want to show you what happened to Shane. It's taken forever.
I don't know. Maybe so.
Huh. What happened there?
All right. I'm finding some good stuff. I'm pretty excited.
Oh,
Hopefully.
hang
Hopefully
on.
excited.
I got to stop
All
this.
right, guys.
It's
Hopefully
not
clear. Keep your
doing
fingers
what
crossed.
it's supposed to do here. And you got to see it because it's just, you got to see it because Shane couldn't. That's the best way for me to put this. You got to see this because Shane could not. And when he found out what he really had, it's pretty awesome.
Crossed. All right. See you on the next target. Okay, guys. I found another.
Now, it kind of got away from me, and I didn't really present that the way I wanted to, but he thought he had a Rosie. And that was definitely not a Rosie. So you need to go over and watch some of Shane's stuff. It's the blind. He's also known as the blind detectorist, but his channel is See It My Way 1. Oh, I hate this. I have syrup on my keyboard. This is terrible. I had waffles this morning. And somehow I got syrup on the inside of the refrigerator, and then I got it on my hand from the tea pitcher, and now I got it on my keyboard. So here comes the link to Shane's video where he thinks he's got a Rosie, and it is not a Rosie. Shane is he is cool as a fan, I'm telling you. He is funny. He amazes me. A while back, we had a challenge that, and yes, there is a little pun intended here. We had a challenge that was a real eye opener. Shane challenged us to go out and find a target with our detector, blindfolded, and dig that target and identify it, blindfolded. So we would have kind of a feeling of what it was like when he goes and detects. And it was something. I was fortunate that the object that I detected was something that you could put in your hand and easily tell what it was. It was a belt buckle or a buckle. But those people that found coins or things like that, it really makes you stop and think how amazing it is that this guy gets out there and does this. Scott Jarvie, good evening. Yeah. See, that's one of the problems that he encounters. He wears very thick gloves, relics and stacked stones, because he does encounter that. He has no idea what he's going to encounter when he digs. So he has to take extra precautions, maybe above and beyond what the normal detectorist would do. And I know glass is an issue for him. He wears some very, very thick leather work gloves. You'll see in his video the gloves he's wearing almost look like welding gloves. They're very, very thick. But he has to, because he cannot see the glass or can slaw or a knife blade or whatever it is. I think the chainmail gloves would set off the detector, Jimmy. But seriously, go watch this guy. He will give you a whole new perspective on what it is to be a metal detectorist. And he's funny. He is really, really funny. You won't be sitting there going, "Oh, poor guy." You'll be sitting there going, "Oh my God, I can't believe he said that." He is just a really cool guy. And I know it is with great trepidation that his wife takes him places and leaves him. She does not hover over him while he's detecting. She will take him down to the park and drop him off. And they set a time for her to come back and get him. And there's a couple of videos. There was one where he almost fell into the river. It puts a whole new adventure into detecting when you cannot see. But he's an amazing detectorist, and I really think you would enjoy his videos. I did not pull up this week. I did not pull up a Robert Ferguson video. I'm a big Robert Ferguson fan. Which is going to lead me to a different topic temporarily. I metal detect to escape from all the BS. I'm sick of hearing about COVID. I'm sick of hearing about politics. I get sick of hearing about it. I mean, all these things are important, but there's a time and a place for them. And I personally think it's rude to go onto the comments for somebody's video and make political or religious insult comments, just starting trouble in an area where it doesn't need to be. And there's a little troll over on Robert's last couple of videos that wants to just come in and start fights. And I've researched the guy. He has no channel. His account is pretty new. He's got all the earmarks of being a troll. But I'm going to put this out there because I am going to start doing my metal detecting videos again. We've always been pretty cool on my channel. We don't really talk about religion or politics and that kind of stuff. And I want to keep it that way. But, yeah, somebody kind of spoiled this last Robert Ferguson video for me because they wanted to go into a political thing. And my comment back was nothing more than, I come watch these videos and I go metal detecting to escape politics. Can we please leave this out? And of course I got attacked for that. And now the guy is like, I'm not going to be surprised if he trolls into my channel. So if we have a troll issue, I will pretty much know who it is. But it kind of messed up my enjoyment of Robert's video, which was a perfectly fine video. And Robert and I don't necessarily agree politically, but we're still friends and we message each other, Oh, people give me a dislike. I get dislikes every week. I've got 2 people. I used to only have 1. Now I have 2. I might even have 3 at this point. I don't know. One of them is a detectorist from down in Florida who makes it a point to come over and dislike my channel because I exposed him for being a fraud and showing planted items in his videos, which he still does. One is somebody from another coin collecting channel. And, that's okay. They happen to come over and click on my video, so it still shows up in the analytics that they were here. But I don't know why, that's just petty. It's petty. But, hey, Native Water, Jimmy Lucari, now I've passed 10. So you know what that means? We get to have cookies. Yay! And I'm going to say this again for those of you who came in. This channel is brought to you through the StreamYard. Our StreamYard got paid for 2 months thanks to Kason 2006. So we are not on limited time or anything like that. We didn't lose on any of our functions, so that's dandy. And I did reload the cookie jar or cookie can after the other night because a couple of silvers came out of here. So the first thing you got to do is Handy Andy 736 just posted a link to a comment video. So get over there and make a comment on that video, and I'll give you a few minutes to do that. And then we are gonna pick a name, and that person will have an opportunity to have a draw out of the cookie can for a prize. And there are some duds and there are some good, but I'm just going to pull a handful of them out. Is that the one with the ugly cat pillow? I don't think so, Papa. I did put some new coins in here. We've got some, there's a Russian USSR coin. We got a 62D Rosie that's in there. Got a 64 uncirculated Kennedy. Got an 88S Roosevelt. Got a Panamanian coin. Got a guinea from the Republic. I don't know. My eyes won't read. Looks good. Netherlands coin. I like this one. Whoops. Got to get it up there. Can't really see it very good, but it's square. It is a square coin. Park Rat Pat. Hi, honey. If you want to go make a comment on the comment video, you'll have a chance to win a draw out of the cookie can. And then after, well, actually, we'll go ahead and do this before, while you guys are getting signed up, I'm going to go on and show my next clip that I picked out. And the reason you keep seeing me do this is my camera is hanging down over my taskbar, and I can't see what tabs I have open. So I'm bouncing around like a little jumping bean. But I just happen to have one that I want to put up here. It's my buddy Florida Thunder digging with Rob. I hope I can get the right one. I think this is him. Rob went out in the deeper. And
you could be missing out on Medicare
I hate
benefits.
Stupid commercials. I realize that the pay channels have them, but I hate them for this purpose. I just can't stand them. All right. So Rob's out in the deep water, Clearwater Beach.
Rob here. As you can see, I'm on Clearwater Beach. There's the Mandalay buildings where we park. I'm out here in about 3.5, 4 feet of water. My camera's almost underwater. I'm so deep. And guys, my first signal, I've been out here about 15, 20 minutes. My first signal is a zinc penny, like new. And
I want to try to skip ahead a little bit. Okay.
And guys, we're hoping to come out with something good in the water. This could be like a 4-hour water day. All right. Sorry, guys. I don't know if this is recording or not, but I'm still out here on the sandbar. And guys, I just got a whiff of a signal. It's the first thing I've had to dig out here on this sandbar. And guys, boom. There is a ring today. I'm hoping one of several. I knew there's a lot of people that hang out in this sandbar during the summer. And all right, I'm going to put my glass.
But that's it. Okay. I forgot to save the link for that one, but that was my buddy Rob out there off of Clearwater Beach. Now, some of you who are familiar with me know I lived in Clearwater Beach for many years. That's kind of home to me. I actually was employed by Pinellas County in the coastal management department. Anyway, we were responsible for the beach restoration projects and the preservation projects. So anytime I get to see somebody, oh yeah, working in coastal management, that was like the coolest thing. I loved working in that department. When they moved me to a different department, I was very, very unhappy. And I ended up eventually leaving the county employment because that wasn't what I signed on for. But when I did my 4 years in coastal management, it was absolutely awesome. lot of those beaches would be completely gone if it were not for the work that we put in to preserve them back in the 80s. But it tickles me when I get to see Rob. I was supposed to go detecting with Rob in March at Clearwater Beach, and it was right when the COVID thing went crazy, and I went down there, and these people were just like, it was spring break, and I said, "No, I'm out of here." And so we went to a less crowded area, but I enjoy watching Rob. He does both beach and dirt detecting, but y'all have to go over there and see what kind of ring he found and what other goodies he picked up on. Now I'm going to go over to my random comment picker. So if you haven't got your name in there, well, you better. Let me make sure I have the right link plugged in. Oh, mercy. Sometimes. I had a real hectic day today, and I almost forgot that I had said I was doing my show at 6, and at 5 o'clock I was still in line at the grocery. So I didn't really get all of my stuff queued up as neat and tidy as I would hope, but what the heck. Everything is loading very, very slowly on my end. I'm just trying to get the get back to the comment video link. There it is. I just got to open that for a second. Back it up. All right. I'll get this eventually, folks. You know, my excuse, and I'm sticking to it, is that I'm 67 years old. I'm allowed to be slow. All right, let's see how many comments we have on this video. We've got 12 unique commenters. So let's see who is going to be the one who gets to draw out of said can of cookies. Let me get the thing up here on the screen so everybody knows it's on the up and up. I got nothing up my sleeve. Yada yada. So I'm punching the button. So if you're not in there, it's late now. Native Warrior, are you still in the house? You got 2 minutes to. And Native Warrior has this thing about popping in and then leaving. And they missed that prize. Yeah, 37. Right. Hey, Native Warrior's actually in the house tonight. Woo-hoo. All right, Native Warrior. What we're going to do, we get that screen. The can of cookies. I'm going to draw something out, and whatever I draw out is yours, unless what I draw is the penny with the cross punched out of the center, in which case you do not get to keep the penny, but you get 2 draws out of the can instead of 1. So let's see what kind of cookies are in here tonight. I've shaken it up, but I want to mix them up real good. And, all right, what did we pull? Oh, he gets a 1988 S Roosevelt dime. Wasn't one of the better prizes, but at least it's an S. is silver in there, there's foreign in there, but tonight the Native Warrior just got a dime, but it's a dime with a big S on it. So Native Warrior, send me an email at it's SusieQ96 at gmail.com to claim your prize. I am painfully slow on sending out prizes. I have them all stacked up here on my desk right now. And what's holding me up at the moment is I've still got 2 more boxes of office supplies that got moved over from the when I was in the cottage or the cabin. And the problem is one of them has my scale in it. And so tomorrow I'm going to try and find my scale so I can weigh all these things and get them out of here. But I am just slow. All right, so we got that on. Found a 1968 DDO Roosevelt dime in original mint plastic. Got from Big Flip. Cool. Best thing I got from Big Flip, I got a Big Flip fidget spinner. Sometimes it even works. Whee! Big Flip. I keep it here on my desk in case I get fidgety. Have to go run, get ready for the Zoom meeting. Yeah, that Zoom meeting is why I changed my time. I was trying to get where people that go to that could come in before and have a little time. And maybe I can, I'm having a problem getting in the Zoom meeting. So, but I'll try. So thanks, Pat. Glad to have you. Let me see. Did I miss anybody? Yes, I did miss somebody else I wanted to show. Since I did not put up a Robert Ferguson video this week, I know, I'm the Robert Ferguson fan club. Really, I just like beach detecting. And to that, I am going to show you some California beach detecting from another person. And he is a subscriber to this channel and sometimes wanders through. Mr. Weigold of Weigold's Beach Detecting Adventures. He had some fun on the beaches this week. Truthfully, I did not get a chance to watch his whole video, but I did see enough of it that I wanted to share it. At least.
I don't know what that is.
Oops. That's not the right video. I don't know. That's a Robert Ferguson video.
It's just
I don't know where that
something.
came from. So I got to find Mr. Weigold's video. Sorry, I'm just out of it. Weigold is a little bit further south from where Robert detects, although they have detected the same beaches and in fact have met each other. But Weigolds are mostly around San Diego. And one of the reasons I wanted to show this video was because it is a different area of California. I think I got it now. Apparently, Veterans Day, there was a big cut along the beaches in California.
Got it in. We'll take it.
All right, I think I got ring number 3. And I think I got ring number 4. Right there. This one ring up 13. Oh, it's a key ring. Oh, wait, maybe. I don't know. Looks like a ring. Can't.
What do you think, folks? If it's round, does it qualify as a ring? I think it does. If it's round and you can put it on your finger, it counts as a ring. Sent me a picture of a penny. All right, let me go see if I can find this picture of the penny. Gmail. Oh, goodness. The weather changed here and it got really cold this week. And my sinuses are still on Southern time. They want no part of this. Like it was 30 when I got up this morning, and it was 40 something when I went out this afternoon, and that was the high for the day. My sinuses are in rebellion. Look at this penny. Okay. What am I looking at? Whoa. Okay, I'm going to pull this penny up here on the screen for a minute. Let me see if I can get it up here. Oh, coins are always welcome on my detecting show because mostly that's what I end up digging. Okay. So, what? It's got some serious scratches there. Was that from digging it up or did it come that way? It's a 1920 Wheatie. Yep. It's a ring, but not jewelry. There you go. Yeah. So anyway, that's the other Jimmy's penny that he sent. What is that? If it's not scratches, what is it? It's hard. It's hard in the photo. Is that really a die break that big? Wow. Oh yeah, I can tell more now from especially on this part over here. Yeah, it's not coming through so much on my screen when I'm looking at it through the StreamYard screen. But if I go back to my mail and look at it, wow. That's a heck of a die break there. Where did you come up with that penny, Jimmy? That's pretty wild. Okay, I think I'm back. No, M3 had no part of this, had absolutely nothing to do with this. Our power just, it's done this a couple times today where it just blipped out. I think it's because of this sudden cold spell. Everybody's been turning their heat on and everything, and this is Appalachian power. This is not a sophisticated group. We are up in the mountains, and things are always iffy up in the mountains, especially when it gets windy. And yesterday and today we've had a lot of wind and cold weather, and the power has blipped off and on a couple times today. Didn't really stay off. I mean, just enough to kick me out, and I had to reboot and come back in. So, little revert back to my coin show the other night. For those who missed it, we found the last missing coin in the car wash quarters for my state quarters and completed my book. And then while we were working on the National Parks book, I finally pulled a W Mint coin out of the car wash stuff. It was the San Antonio Missions. So that was my first W out of the car wash quarters. We do still have that contest is going where you have the opportunity to win. Oh, shoot. I just spilled something. Not good. Y'all gonna have to hold on while I find something to mop this up with. I'll be right back. Oh, gonna be one of those days. Oh, that was not an important document. That was just my lease. I spilled Coca-Cola into my lease. Oops, I said a bad word. I spilled generic cola-flavored beverage on my lease. What's the Q and a stream? Drink the rest of it so I can't spill it. Anyway, we are still doing the giveaway of the statehood quarters folder. Might now have a little cola on it, but I don't think so. That giveaway also involves a silver round and a copper round and some other round. And anyway, if you want to enter that one, you can send a couple of state quarters. It's one entry per state quarter. You can do two. Send them over to my P.O. box, and that one is coming around the 7th. I think it's the 7th of December. We will be doing the drawing on Monday night for that contest. Send a couple quarters, state quarters. The ones that don't go in the book, we will use either to give away or to use for postage, or we'll put them in another book that we're going to give away later. BC Treasure Trails. Hey, buddy, how are ya? Nice to see ya. I'm trying out this new time zone. I think I'm going to stay with it. Yes, you heard copper round, legit. There's definitely one of those in the prize package for that. In addition to winning the book with however many quarters we get into it, we have a Benji that'll blind you. A little proofy proof. In 1961, we got this pretty little copper round that's going out. My lighting's terrible tonight. My light tripod broke. Then we have, I'm sure some of you are familiar with taking a walk with this lady, but I can't get her. She is. Isn't she lovely? And then we have a 50th anniversary United States of America commemorating the Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo space programs. I think I got that from Handy Andy. I did not get your quarters, but I have not been to the post office for several days. I'm planning on going tomorrow. Yeah, she hasn't aged a bit, huh, Jimmy? We've had this weird thing going with our post office. Halloween, I'm not sure what happened. I never saw anything about it exactly, but right across the street from our post office, they were doing some kind of haunted hotel thing. And apparently some damage was done to the post office. I've heard everything from a brick was thrown through the window to a car accidentally slammed into the side of it. All I know is that the one whole section of the lobby where the P.O. boxes are has been closed since Halloween and is still not fully repaired. I'm lucky because mine is in the one little section that didn't get damaged. But sometimes you go down there and because the workers are working on it, the post office is just locked. I can't go in and check my box. And that's happened 2 or 3 times. So I called them today to find out if I was going to be able to access my box. And the lady said she wasn't sure, but gave me a phone number to call when I get there. If I can't come in the lobby, to call this number and someone will bring my mail out to me. So we've been doing that since Halloween. Hopefully they'll get it fixed soon. Okay. Once again, to enter the contest, you send what we're doing is we're trying to fill this book, which is one of the prizes. And to enter the contest, you simply send a state quarter, and that quarter is your entry. Now, you can have 2 entries, so you can send 2 state quarters. And the extra one, if it doesn't fit in the book, we still have a number of open states. Anyway, the ones that don't fit in here, we will put in another book, or we will use them for postage, or we will give them away, as the case may be. So this is just one of the prizes. Your state of happiness does not make quarters. Oh, my goodness, that's funny. Great. And if anybody wants to send any more prizes to go along, that'd be good too. I'm kind of running low on stuff. I used to have a pretty good stash thanks to Handy Andy 736. And for a while I was winning things like crazy and I was buying stuff on auctions. But then when I moved, this move actually cost me over twice as much as it was estimated. And part of that was because the movers broke a bunch of things that I had to replace. And part of it was my apartment was not ready. And so I had to put everything into storage. And it just, yeah. So I went from being okay money-wise to being just like going down to the food bank and getting food. You know, it's like a $300 deposit just to turn my lights on, stuff like that. I live on social insecurity, so, you know, needs to be fixed income. So right now, I'm just trying to get moved in here and weeding through the things that are still in the storage with the ultimate goal of getting it down to a very small storage unit closer to where I live and selling some things here locally, selling some jewelry. And by the way, if anybody sees Randy McCormick, tell him to check his email. We've been playing tag with each other on a jewelry order for a while here now. If anybody has any questions about the quality of my workmanship on my jewelry, you can ask Randy McCormick. He has bought plenty of it for his daughter and granddaughters. So anyway, don't think I have any more people's clips pulled up, but I did want to talk a little bit about that holiday that everybody spends a lot of money on and then goes, oh man, I should have bought, I wish I got something I could use. And that's Christmas. And all I really want to say about Christmas is if you're going to buy anybody anything detector related, I am a Kelly Co. affiliate, and while it does not bring me a lot of money, and I have to actually have a whole lot of people buy stuff before I can collect the money, I do get a little bit back if you go through my link. I'm trying to get to my channel so I can get the link for you. Anyway, if you're going to be buying something for a loved one or for yourself that is metal detecting related, this is a big, long, hairy link, but it's also in the banner at the top of my channel. But yeah, because this is the redirect link. The actual link is nowhere near this long. But anyway, if you use the link on my about page instead of this big long piece of crap that I just tried to post, I think I'll just get rid of that. I can't even get rid of it. But anyway, go to my page, and if you're going to get a new detector or a digging tool or a new pinpointer or whatever accessories, if you buy them through my link, I get a percentage back, and I put that money back into the channel. So that's my blatant, hey, shop through me. I don't mention it a whole lot because I just don't, but I thought I should. I would appreciate it if you did that. And I think I'm about done for tonight. I am going to actually try to work on my video of my metal detecting adventure. Pa's spare time. Hi, Pa. I don't think Pa's ever been over here before. I go on Pa's and watch sometimes, but I get two more now that I finally have real internet. And I have to explain that. When I was up on the mountain, I was having to buy this internet by the gig thing. And so it was very, very expensive for me to be online. I couldn't just go and be in somebody's stream and play the games and do, I just couldn't do it. And so now I'm back to normal internet again, and I'm catching up a little bit on stuff. I was watching some penny hunts over on pause. Yeah, that's what I meant. No, actually, I don't think that is what I meant. Is that my link to Kellyco, or is that just the Kellyco link? My link is some really weird thing that goes through share something. I don't know. I got to find it again. But just go to my about page and you'll see a link there to Kellyco right up in the corner of the page, and also in the about section. And so if you're going to buy something, do it there. That would help us out. I'm like $9 short of getting them to send me $50. They send it in like, you have to have $50 in there before they send you your money. And I think I've got 41 or something. So one more decent purchase would probably get my money released. I may buy something for myself just to get my money released. I don't know what to do. That's pathetic, isn't it? That's pretty bad. Actually, Pa, I went for the first time the other day. I messed up my ribs right after I moved up here to Virginia, and for 8 weeks I couldn't go. So I did finally go the other day, and it wasn't like the super duper hunt, but it wasn't bad. And I'm getting ready to. I got my GoPro here. I'm using what most people would consider antiquated technology. This is my GoPro 3, which was donated to my channel by Iffy Signals. And then I have another GoPro 3 backup. So they take the same batteries and stuff. But anyway, I got the footage here. And after I finish the stream, I'm going to try to put together a video, and I will tell you guys, yes, I found a ring. Found a ring. That made me real happy. There's something about the edge of basketball courts. I have, in the last year and a half, I'm going to say, found 5 rings along the edges of basketball courts. 5 or 6 rings along the edges of basketball courts. I found one in a dirt batting practice cage. Sports, right around sports things. I don't know if people take them off and lay them down, or if they fly off, or what. But I have found more rings around basketball courts. So there's your metal detecting hint for the night. If you're somewhere where you can detect in a park and there's a basketball court, make sure to go all the way around the edges of it. And if you can detect under the bleachers, that's great. Unfortunately, a lot of them have metal bleachers, and it's hard to do that. But I was fortunate. I found 2 gold rings in one day, because I happened to be in a park when they were moving the bleachers away from the basketball courts for a special event. And the guy told me, he said, you better hit it now, because I'm putting them back there in a couple of days. And I found 2 gold rings under there. So one of the things I do sometimes, if I don't think I can get the detector under there because of too much metal, is I will take my pinpointer and just kind of go over the grassy areas and see if it goes off. And I found a ring once doing that. So that's another little piece of advice. If the area is too big to get your detector in, I really want the small coil for my simplex. I don't have it yet, but if you can't get into the area, because of like the metal supports of the bleachers or whatever. Don't be afraid to stick your hand down there with your pinpointer. I have been sitting down resting on bleachers and just started running my pinpointer on the ground in front of me by my feet and found coins, found an earring. So don't just leave your pinpointer as something to use after you've dug the plug. Sometimes that is your primary tool. Only dug 1800s poor man copper rings. Love to dig a nice modern one, even precious metal one. My favorite rings that I've dug was the very first one that I talked about earlier in the show, the Otto ring. And my other favorite is a 14 karat gold crucifix ring that I found on a day when I was so depressed and I thought my hunt was really going crappy, and it really wasn't. I was depressed. I missed my friend Tommy, and it was just not a good day. And I got this really strange signal that was just jumping all over, but it kept going back to a signal that designated a nickel. Even though it was jumping around, it kept going back to that. So I said, okay, I'm going to dig this, and then I'm going home. And I kept digging this thing, and I'm not hitting anything. And got the pinpointers like all the way down in the hole, and I still haven't got anything. And I'm like, I'm taking one more scoop out of this sucker, and then I'm giving up. I'm going home. I've had enough. I'm just had enough. And I took the scoop, and when I scooped it, it flew up in the air. I could have real easily lost the prize, but it flew up in the air and it came down and fell back into the hole. My camera wasn't working, and I was trying to get a picture of it, and the camera would stay on for like 3 seconds and shut off because the battery was dead. And I'm like, finally, I just got out of the hole. I just kept sitting there looking at it. And it is the coolest ring. It's 14 karat, and it's heavy. And there's a video on my channel called, I think it's called Brought to You by the Letter K. And it's in that video. But it's been a long time since I found a really, really good ring like that. But that one was special, and the Otto one was special. But I found other ones. I really haven't gotten out as much this year as I would like to. I think COVID was part of it, and then I got really sick right before I moved. I had a growth on my gland that makes saliva. I did a couple of shows where I did not show my face because I was like, it was all swollen and nasty. And then after I moved, I fell and severely bruised all the ribs on my right side. And so I was not able to detect. This past weekend was the first time I have been able to detect, probably since June or July. So I was happy I found anything at all. And now the weather is really, really cold, but I may go tomorrow anyway. There's a place I want to go, and I have to go right next to it, to the cardboard recycling place. So I think I'm just going to throw my detector in and a hoodie and a jacket and go out there and walk around a little bit and just see if I get any signals there at all. And if I find anything, then I know come back here when the weather's good. And if I don't, well, I got out and got some fresh air. So that's the way I started this mostly the doctors wanted me to get exercise. I have 3 different forms of arthritis, and they told me I need to get out and walk. Well, just going out and walking just didn't do it for me. And my friend Tommy and I started talking about, getting the metal detectors and everything. And then, anyway, he had a stroke and passed away. And I just kind of put that idea on hold. And my sister sent me a bounty hunter gold digger that she had at her house and told me I needed to get out there and start moving around and, stop wallowing in the grief and all of that. And so I did, and the first ring I found was that auto ring the weekend of Tommy's memorial service. So I'm gonna try to go again this week. Yeah, I still have the bounty hunter, and then I have another detector that belonged to my brother that I really haven't even messed with yet. It was actually made by Bounty Hunter, but it's not branded as a Bounty Hunter. It was made in around 2000, 2001, and it was actually branded for Kelly Co. We're longtime Kelly Co. Customers. Because they have a place right there in Florida by where my brother lives. So actually the very first detector I had anything to do with was back in the late 60s. My father had a Sears metal detector, which was actually made by White, and I wish I still had that detector. But my dad found gold rings and all this stuff because he used to go fishing, and so he'd search around the boat docks and the boat launch and places like that. So that was the first detector I really had anything to do with. But Thanksgiving, I'm going to take the detectors over to my niece's house. Her daughter and I detected their front yard one day. Her daughter was very interested in it. So and then she has a younger son, an adopted son who suffers from sickle cell disease, and he doesn't get to do a lot of outdoor things, but detecting is something that he can do that's not super strenuous. And so I'm going to take the detectors and go out in the backyard with the kids. All right, Paul, thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate it. I'll see you on your channel. Anyway, so we're going to do a little detecting to walk off all of the Thanksgiving goodies next week. 10 karat Freemasons rings are cool. I wish I know who has my great-great-grandfather's Freemasons ring, but I'll never see it. But at least I know where it is. It is with a family member, so that's a cool thing. Well, folks, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to work on this video after I get something to eat. I appreciate everybody coming. I don't really know when the video will be going up, but if you have hit the notification bell, make sure you've got it set to notify you every time I put up a video. Otherwise it won't. So I also found some footage from Georgia. There's probably enough there for 2 or 3 videos to finish off Georgia. So I'm going to try to work on those now that I'm in a position where I can do that again. And I appreciate everybody coming, and we're going to try to build the channel back up. It kind of got wiped out when I moved. I have dropped all the way back down to 659 subscribers. I had almost 700. So Oh, and somebody wanted to know about my earrings the other night. I have a warped sense of humor. These are what I call the Scully Santas. They kind of look like the Grinch, but they're little green skulls with Santa hats on. So if you like the Scully Santas, they are $5 a pair, and I think it was $3 to ship them. So anyway, I've still got a few pairs left if you know somebody that's into skulls and likes Christmas jewelry. So all right, everybody, I appreciate Handy Andy being here. I wasn't sure he would be able to make my new time, but he did. And that's wonderful. Congrats to Native Warrior on winning the giveaway. And I'll see y'all sometime later this week. I'm going to maybe start popping in more now that I can. And just doing a sporadic thing. Good night, Papa Giorgio, Handy Andy, Relics and Stack Subs, Native Warrior, our Jimmy, Archaeology Mikey, Paul, he already left. Legit, if you're still here, good night. Everybody else that was here, I know Jimmy Lakari was here, BC was here. Anyway, good night, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.